Good morning, beauties. How are you today? Happy Thursday. Welcome back to Hugs and Honey. I am Ariane. Good to see you today. It's a little early for me this morning. Not that bad, but I just haven't spoken to anyone yet today. So if my voice sounds a little fresh, you know why. Okay, let me know where you're tuning in from, so we can create our network across the globe, reminding ourselves that we are not alone and that we are together. And yesterday it was so fun because I was watching a new moon activation by my teacher, Rebecca Magic, who wrote The Royal Path. And she was commenting about the word alone. You're never alone. And she said it's alone is actually broken down into all one. Like we're all one. So we're not alone, we're just all one. And so I just wanted to remind you of that. I thought that was really cool. I've never made that association before. So I thought that was really neat. And our intention for pulling a tarot card every day is to learn, to listen to receive guidance as a collective unit, as a group, as our community, on what might help us or serve us today. So we just choose one card every day. I don't do a spread or anything, just use one card. And it's just kind of the little thing that we can keep in the back of our minds as we walk through our royal path, our journey in life every day. And it's kind of neat to maybe even look back on the week and see what we experienced throughout the week from a tarot perspective, and to see how that aligns with our life, and if there's anything that we can gain, any insights that we can learn from this experience. And we're all connected on this royal path, this journey in life. And we all have ups and downs and birth and death and, you know, everything. Some experience it more than others. But we can all benefit from divine guidance, which I believe this is. Because I'm putting the intentions in the cards, so I'm shuffling the cards and I'm looking at them and I'm touching every single one so that it knows it's got my juju on it, right? And I'm infusing the cards with your intentions for all of us, so that the card that we pull is something that everyone can benefit from. So today, I feel like we just got this one last week. Maybe it was 2 weeks ago. Okay, we've got the Five of Swords. Do you remember this one? I feel like we've gotten this one a lot lately. So it's about reconciliation. It's about like unresolved conflict. Is there anything unresolved that you have in your life right now? Any conflict that you need to work through? Because reconciliation might be the answer. There's work to be done. You can see him. So like the current situation is not complete yet. So you can see him. He's looking back. He holds two swords. Actually, he holds two swords in one hand and one in the other, and then there's two lying down on the ground. Supposedly, these guys' swords, they're walking away. It looks like they're in defeat, and the clouds are mean-looking, and yet they've kind of parted, so we can see that, you know, that there's now some clarity happening. But he's kind of looking back with a look of both, like, happiness, like I got him, but also a look of like, well, what should I do now? Kind of trying to figure it out, and not totally satisfied, not totally happy, looking back towards the past. So this is the past, and the swords are sort of pointing towards the future. So what do you need to reconcile? What's coming up? I'm thinking about it in my own life. What do I need to fix? The suit of swords is the earth element, according to Rebecca Magic. And the earth element is reminding us that conflict and challenges are short term, that they are not generally going to last your whole life, that they will be resolved soon. And to use nature, to use the earth, the cycles of life to draw inspiration and strength to move forward. So what can you draw strength from right now? What comes to mind when we're talking about a conflict or reconciliation? Think about that, because that's the thing. Okay, that's the thing that needs to be discussed and needs to be worked on. And it's okay to ask for forgiveness. It's okay to apologize, even if, the other person isn't apologizing. It's okay. It just takes really one person to change the dynamic of a relationship. It doesn't take two people. You don't need two people to both meet on the mound. It just takes one person to change the energy and the dynamic of the relationship. So why don't you make that person be you? Why aren't you the person? Why don't you be the person to change, to look inside, to forgive yourself, to forgive the other person, and to try to reconcile? And reconciling doesn't mean you're best friends again, necessarily. It could be. But it could just also be reconciling, we agree to disagree, or reconciling that something that you maybe thought was good for you isn't. And so you accept what it is. And so you reconcile that within yourself, those emotions of, oh, I wish it could have been like this, but it's really not. And honoring that, you can be a little sad about that. It's okay. It's kind of a bummer. It's a bummer to be in conflict with someone, or to have to say goodbye, to walk away. It's not easy. But if you're thinking about what's for your own highest good and what's for the highest good of everyone around you and the other person or the situation, it might shed some light and give you strength to walk forward in the spirit of compassion, forgiveness, and reconciliation. So think about that today, guys, as you move on your beautiful Thursday afternoon, morning, whatever it is. I'm gonna go get some coffee now and wake up a little bit more. I see you, I hear you, I'm here for you, and I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.